I have been a CRM expert for a while now, and I can categorically tell you that CRM is actually very interesting if you take your time to learn it. Yeah, there are some hiccups that can happen along the way, but that is normal in everything in life. There will be problems, there will be challenges, but your way or your attitude towards it is going to determine whether you'll be successful at it. So, I am going to be talking about the mistakes I made when I started out as a CRM expert, when I was trying to learn my beginner days. After learning the skills, what are the things I faced? All of those things, I'm going to talk about them. But before I move on, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. It will go a long way if you like this video, if you also share this video to anyone you think might need this video, and you also subscribe to this channel, because we are currently at 94 subscribers. That is actually very low, especially for the kind of value we put out on this channel. So please do not forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to this video. To this channel. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate you. So I started out as an email marketing expert. Along the way, I pivoted into CRM. I didn't leave email marketing because I love email marketing. I think I can teach email marketing in my sleep. I really do love email marketing. And I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I want to upskill, and what I try to look for the skills I can upskill to, and I realized that CRM is actually the best thing to upskill to. So I started looking at CRM courses. I started thinking of how I can be able to start my journey as a CRM expert. I saw some CRM experts and I was like, wow, they are really doing well. I also want to do well in CRM. So that is how my journey in CRM started. I didn't actually start with CRM, and that's the surprising thing. And it's amazing how I started out with email marketing, but now I'm shifting towards CRM than email marketing. But I'm still doing it too, but I don't know, I kind of love CRM more than email marketing. Yeah, but I love both of them actually. Yeah, so one of the mistakes I made when I started out my CRM journey was that I was trying to learn many tools at the same time. Yeah, there are a lot of CRM tools out there, especially when you are picking a CRM tool for a client. There is HubSpot, there is Zoho CRM, there is Pipedrive. There are even new CRMs that I'm like, what? I have never heard of this CRM. Yeah, trust me, even as a CRM expert, there are some CRMs that I'm like, is that a CRM? I have actually never heard of that. There are new CRMs coming out every year, and you'll be surprised about the number of CRMs that are actually out there. There are a lot. So when I started out, I picked one tool. I started out with Zoho. I started learning Zoho CRM, how I can use Zoho CRM, and it got to a point that I started learning other tools too. I was scared that I cannot know only Zoho CRM and call myself an expert. Yeah, that is actually a legit fear, a very valid fear. But the thing I came to realize was that if I keep learning everything at the same time, I am not going to be good at one thing. I am not going to be good at any of them. So the thing I needed to do was that I needed to sit down with a software, just one, and I needed to learn it in depth. Most times these CRM softwares are actually almost the same thing. So if you start with one CRM and you learn it to an extent, you will discover that you will learn how to, you understand the remaining softwares and CRM softwares out there. CRM languages are quite the same thing in all of the CRM software. You just have to learn one of it, and you can be able to replicate that process in other CRM softwares. That is something I didn't understand when I started out. So I was trying to learn HubSpot, I was trying to learn Zoho CRM, I was trying to learn Pipedrive, I was trying to learn Keep. I was trying to learn a lot of CRMs at the same time. And the truth of the matter is that when someone comes on my Fiverr account, when I first started, when someone DM me on my Fiverr account and they're like, please, can you tell us if you have experience with Pipedrive? And I'm like, I don't have experience with Pipedrive, so I need to go and learn it. So I drop whatever tools I'm learning at that time, then I go and start learning Pipedrive. And it really affected me at the beginning, because I was never good at something, so I needed to just pick one and go deep into that one. Yeah, so the solution to that is just that if you're facing that right now, just start with one. Start with HubSpot. Start with Keep. Understand how it works. Understand how to build landing pages. Understand how to build automation. Understand CRM process itself, not just the software also. Understand it, and trust me, if you are able to work with one tool perfectly, it will be easy, very easy for you to work with other tools because it's almost the same language. So another mistake I made was that I was believing courses was more important than the real life work. Yeah, I took courses. Like, there was 1 year that I actually made a decision that I was not going to take courses again because I had so much courses. I took courses on Udemy, on Coursera. I almost finished all of the courses they have in HubSpot Academy. You won't believe it. I almost finished every of the certification courses because I was thinking that having those certifications is going to make me look like an expert. It's going to make me actually believe that I'm an expert. But the truth of the matter is that the real life thing matters than the certification and the courses you're acquiring. You need to also sit down with courses. Don't get me wrong. You need courses. You need to you need to learn from YouTube videos. You need to learn from courses. You need to get certification. But doing the real life thing is going to help you than taking courses. You need to sit down and also go into the real life situations. If you are learning HubSpot without creating an HubSpot account and seeing how it works, trust me, you don't know HubSpot. Yeah, that sounds somehow. Even if you spend 20 hours trying to watch a HubSpot course, and you did not create an HubSpot account and try to do the real life thing in the HubSpot accounts, trust me, you don't know HubSpot at all. You will be surprised that the courses are quite different from the real life situations. There are sometimes that when you get into the real life situation, you start seeing things that you did not see in the courses. Yeah, that's normal, and that is the reason why you need to get into the real life. You need to enter into that CRM, learn how it works, learn how you can use it for different types of businesses, learn how the process is going to work, learn how to build automations, learn how to build custom fields, learn how to set up everything you need to set up in a CRM. And for different CRMs, there are different things to learn. For instance, in Zoho CRM, we have cadences, we have macros. You can learn that in particular CRMs. While in HubSpot, we have different things like the codes, we have the invoice, we have the builder. Check out all of these things in real life. How will you apply it to an insurance company? How will you apply it to a coach? If a coach is trying to sell their coaching program, how can you use CRM for them? Courses are very good, but these are the things you need to take note of if you're actually trying to become a CRM expert. Another mistake I made was that I was very afraid to enter into a client CRM. When I first started CRM, I was not really confident in what I knew. I was very scared to enter into a client CRM. If I see an HubSpot account when I first started, I always have this belief that HubSpot is complicated. I don't know why I had that belief. I always thought HubSpot is complicated, and I always try as much as possible not to delete the clients what they've done already, or delete anything that has been set up. I am always tiptoeing around the CRM. And honestly, when I look back, that fear is actually very legit, or will I say is actually valid. But I needed to overcome that fear if I really wanted to do some real work. I cannot be tiptoeing around the CRM and expect to do a very good work. I needed to take control of the CRM, to learn the client CRM. What do they have? What are the lapses in this current CRM? How can I help them to build the CRM to make it better? If I'm tiptoeing around the CRM, trust me, I am not going to do a lot with it. So I face the CRM head on. Yeah, I do. And trust me, I am not telling you to do anyhow or try to, just do anyhow work in the CRM. I'm just saying, if you are trying to tiptoe around the CRM, you will not do a perfect work in that CRM. So try to take charge of the CRM. Do not be afraid of entering a client CRM account. It's a legit fear. I was still discussing with someone, and I was telling the person that CRM is just so complicated, and they were like, yeah, it is, but there's still some better parts of it. And actually, I think I love the better parts more. We all do. So take charge of the CRM. Do not be scared of entering the client CRM. Try to see what is going on in CRM. If there is any need, if there is any lapses, if there is any defect, go ahead, investigate. It's okay, and make sure not to delete something too. Yeah, that is actually very important. In as much as you need to go into the CRM and try to take charge, please do not delete your client's work, especially if it is something important, especially their contacts. Please do not do mistake and delete their contacts. And some things I love about some CRM is that they even help you. If you delete something, they put it in the archive for like 30 days. So you don't even need to worry if you deleted something, but just make sure that CRM have that before you start deleting things. Yeah, it's very important. I actually made that mistake. And since then, I had this phobia for entering CRM when I first started out. So the client was actually very, very lenient with me. They said, yeah, it's fine. It's really not that important. And I had to build the work. It was a workflow. So I mistakenly deleted the workflow. So since then, I made sure that even as I am taking charge of a CRM, I also make sure not to delete things I'm not supposed to delete. Okay, another mistake I made was that I overcomplicated CRM setups when I was starting out. So as I started taking courses and learning all the CRM processes and CRM tools, it got to a point that I started becoming confident in myself. But I noticed that I was overcomplicating the setup. Something that is supposed to be simple, then I start trying to, making it so complex. I don't know, maybe I was trying to make myself feel like I know this thing more. I don't know. But if you are trying to build a simple workflow, build a simple workflow. You do not need 10-step workflow to create a deal in HubSpot. No, you do not. You just need 1 or 2 steps. And you'll be able to explain to the client, this is how to do this, this is how to do this. When you overcomplicate the process, there's sometimes that we overcomplicate processes to make ourselves feel good. But to the client, it is not going to be okay with them. Number 1, the process is going to be hard to explain. And number 2, we want to build CRMs that our clients can be able to flow with. That when they see the process, they can actually be able to understand the process. So we want to build something simple. If the process is simple, make it simple. There is no need to add 10 steps to the process that is already simple. We know you're a CRM expert, or we know you're on the journey of becoming a CRM expert. You do not need to overcomplicate things. Trust me, you do not need to do that. Another mistake I made when I was starting out was also that I was undercharging for my services. Oh Lord, I dealt, or should I say imposter syndrome dealt with me. I don't know why. I felt like no matter how I learn, I wasn't really good enough. I think I'm still fighting that, and it was just recently that I have been coming to the realization of myself that I'm actually good at this thing. Like, I know this thing. And it's even recently that I have been coming to the conclusion of myself that if I can make a 4-hour course about this thing, if I can make a 5-hour course at this thing, I must be really good at it. So I want you to stop undercharging for your services. You are becoming a CRM expert, you are learning different CRM, and you're charging $100 for setting up a CRM. I'm just exaggerating. Nobody charges $100 for setting up a CRM. And if you're charging that, oh no, you are really, really undercharging yourself. And you need to realize that if you know it, you know it. No one is going to take that from you. And you need to be confident in yourself. You are good at what you do. And even if you are not good, you are trying to be better. You are trying to be good. And that is something. So stop undercharging for your services. You are a CRM expert. Charge like a CRM expert. People are paying tens of thousands for CRM setup. And when I hear the amount some people charge for CRM setup, I'm just like amazed. I'm like, wow, people pay this for CRM setup. You'll be shocked. But you need to be confident in what you do. If you're not confident in what you do, you will undercharge yourself. You will start telling people that it's not that hard. No, don't tell people it's not that hard to set up a CRM. It's something that can take you 10 hours. No, don't do that. Don't sell yourself short. Be confident in yourself. That was something I had to learn the hard way. And honestly, I'm actually glad I undercharged myself for some time, because I was able to gain more experience. But at the same time, even as you're gaining experience, be confident in yourself. Charge what you are worth. All right? And don't let someone determine what you are worth to you. You know what you are worth yourself. So make sure you charge according to the worth of what you are doing. Don't undercharge yourself. I had to learn that the hard way. Another mistake I made was that I was thinking my knowledge was going to be equal to confidence. So what I mean is that I'm very good at CRM, but there are sometimes that it is just so hard to explain, or there are sometimes that I am not really confident in it. So I had to sit down with myself and sit down with my brain and just come up with a way I can be able to deal with this confidence issue. I think it's still relating to the last mistake, but I really had a confidence issue and I tried to break it. I try to let people know that, yes, I know this thing and I can do this thing. So if you are thinking your knowledge is going to be equal to confidence, like you think because you know this thing you are going to be confident about it, it's a lie. You can know something and you are still doubting yourself that you know that thing. You might be thinking, yeah, I really know it, but the subconscious is still telling you, are you sure you know it? Oh, our mind is such a beautiful thing. But you really need to work that out if you're having that challenge. You need to be confident in what you do, in what you know. You are a CRM expert. There was a time I was actually struggling with accepting if I was really a CRM expert. Like there's sometimes that I question that thing when I write it in my LinkedIn bio, or I write it in my Fiverr account, and I write that I am a CRM expert and email marketing expert. Sometimes I'm like, am I really an expert? It's funny how you've used 5 years doing something and you're still questioning if you are still an expert. It is the imposter syndrome that is talking. You are an expert. You've been doing this for a long time. You are good at what you do. It's okay. Have that confidence. Own it. Own your work. Okay? So these are the mistakes I made when I first started out, and I am saying these mistakes so that you are not going to make that mistakes now. And also, I want you to know that no matter what stage you are currently in your CRM learning process, I wish you the best of luck. And CRM is very interesting. I feel like CRM is one of those things that puts a smile on my face every day. I love CRM, and I don't know why people do not love CRM. I do love CRM. So I want you to know that no matter what you're feeling right now, even if you are doing any of these mistakes, it's okay. Do not be too hard on yourself. Sit yourself down and look at how you can stop making these mistakes and be proud of yourself. Be proud of how far you have come. All right, that is the end of today's video. And in my next video, I'll be giving you different tips on how you can be able to learn CRM perfectly. All right, I am going to see you in my next video. Yeah, before we go, please do not forget to subscribe. In case you did not subscribe the first time I asked you to subscribe, please do that now. Unless I'm going to come to your house and arrest you. Just joking. But please subscribe to this channel. We have low subscribers and we do need subscribers on this channel. Please, I'm begging, subscribe to this channel. Please, please and please. Thank you so much as you do that. And I am going to see you in my next video. Bye.